Hey, what's up, guys? I got a bonus video today. I just saw some headlines that I had some reactions to. Just wanted to give you guys my knee-jerk reaction to seeing a couple things in the media, stuff that I thought kind of like is important to framing our worldview, right? So, DC lawsuit alleges, so this is from Washington Post. DC lawsuit alleges director of nonprofit spent money on luxury travel. The lawsuit alleges the founder of an anti-police activist group established in the district misdirected funds meant for charity. The DC Attorney General's office on Monday sued the founder and executive director Rahim AI, a nonprofit established in the district to hold police accountable, alleging he diverted money to pay for luxurious personal travel, designer clothes, and emergency veterinary care. Well, that last one is less. I'm less upset about than the others. The lawsuit filed in D.C. Superior Court names Brandon Anderson, who founded the nonprofit in 2017 and registered it in the district. The suit also names the nonprofit, asserting its executives failed to properly monitor spending and did not pay its only district employee a salary. Brandon Anderson misused charitable donations to fund lavish vacations and shopping sprees, and the Rahim AI board of directors let him get away with it. The DC Attorney General Brian L. Schwab said in a statement, and this is in DC, so I mean, left going after left, this is, he effed up. Attempts to contact Anderson, who according to the lawsuit lives in Oakland, California, so the dude doesn't even live in DC, but he's making money and living lavishly off a nonprofit in DC. And the representative of the nonprofit were not immediately successful. Public records shows addresses for the nonprofit in Northeast Washington and California. The organization, which conducts its business as Community Response Works, has operated in DC and in other cities, though its footprint remains modest. Envisioned as a way to track complaints against police departments, Anderson launched the effort after his personal experience with police, according to published reports and the group's social media posts. The nonprofit was subject of New York Times article that described in August that described allegations of wrongdoing. And dude, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You don't just see it with this, you see it with Black Lives Matter. The Black Lives Matter organization stole money from the chapters and the local chapters for years, doing the exact same thing, but even worse. She got like 5 mansions out of it, bro. These people, these rich Nepo babies, use the language of empathy to manipulate you and us here in the lower classes in order to support them and keep us down. It's mechanisms like this that maintain the status quo, and these people largely get away with it. You know why? They pay their tax. A lot of their money is diverted to political campaigns and other establishment uniparty agendas. And so oftentimes you see with Sam Bankman-Fried, with the leader of the Black Lives Matter Global Foundation, with all this stuff, they get away with it. They get a slap on the wrist at most. Why? Because they paid the right people off, bro. This whole thing is a joke. Do not let these people manipulate you using the language of empathy, man. I'm telling you. The DC Safety Squad, a coalition of mobile response teams, harm reduction specialists, and others who respond to those in crisis without involving police, in 2022 partnered with the nonprofit on software to operate the organization's alternative dispatch system, said Frankie Cibron, an organizer for the coalition. That is an interesting solution. That's some solution stuff right there. Like I can see all types of situations coming from the background that I come from where maybe you are caught up in being buried in the person who was making all the wrong decisions, and you're trying to start making the right decisions, but it's hard to make that start. It's hard to start making that change because of the fear of being held accountable to everything else all at once, right? And so I think making it easy for people who are in these environments to start making the right decisions and making it easy for them to kind of engage in that, I think that's a really good process. I love that kind of solutions oriented thinking. It's unfortunate that this company, this nonprofit that has a solutions oriented approach has this parasite at the top. You know, it's something that we see all the effing time. The crazy thing with Black Lives Matter, and I have an article about this on It's Chromo, is the Black Lives Matter Foundation the Global Foundation sued someone else who was also under the Black Lives Matter name. And this other person using the Black Lives Matter name was using the money donated to them to fund community events that helped improve community and police ties and reduce tensions, as opposed to the Black Lives Matter Global Foundation, which then sued them for all the donations sent to them, took their money, and then only uses it to foment tensions and talk about issues without talking about solutions, man. There are so many solutions to help communities feel comfortable with their police. We can increase police funding, and we can use that increased police funding to focus specifically on training for our police. What if we increase police funding and then 20% of all paid hours every police officer was paid for was focused on training, and a giant portion, you could do 35% of that training focused on de-escalation techniques. That would mean for every 5 days that officer works a week, 1 day would be spent solely on training, and almost 40% of that day would be focused exclusively on de-escalation techniques. That's the type of thing that we need to see solutions in our communities. And these people are hijacking the language of empathy and are manipulating our desire to help each other. And they're using it to enrich themselves. And that has the byproduct, whether unintentional or not, of promoting the status quo and limiting class mobility. It's wrong. I don't like it. So, that's how I feel about all this. This is just another drop in the bucket of establishment leftists that scam the people in the lower classes that actually believe in the emotions that this rhetoric is all about. Now, the second one that I want to talk about today that I thought was really interesting, this is from News Nation. A 2-year-old girl from El Salvador was found traveling alone by Texas Department of Public Safety officials on the border. Dude, this is exactly the type of thing that I'm talking. This is why we need immigration reform. This is why having a conversation about honest immigration reform, where we can promote legal immigration that has a benefit to the people that are in impoverished communities, both here and abroad, that conversation needs to be had. And the solution to that is not to ignore our immigration laws, add more loopholes, and then allow NGOs to work with government institutions on the federal level to take advantage of those loopholes. It's not. The NGOs have a system where they are cooperating with cartels, and they have this revolving door of children that are being used to claim that you're part of a family so that you can have expedited process for entering the country, and so that you can get more resources from our government, because our government will give people coming over this border more resources if they're here with a family. Okay, so there's a whole industry that supports this whole system. Okay, and a lot of these kids are being used as a ticket in to that upper echelon of government support, man, and it's wrong. And these kids are revolving door, dude. They enter the country, they get dropped off. The vast, tons, dude, it's been hundreds of millions of kids, or hundreds of thousands of kids. Sorry, not hundreds of millions, hundreds of thousands of kids that have been lost at this point. It's horrifying. Dude, the real empathetic answer is to have a genuine conversation about immigration reform. And dude, if you're talking to someone that you think is a bigot, xenophobe, work them into logic. Literally just work on them. Like stop. When you have someone who's afraid of people, yelling at them and getting them in their face is not going to make them stop being afraid of people. It's going to make them more scared. What you need to do is approach them in a way where you make them feel like you are considering what they are worried about. And if you do that, you will find that people open up to you, and all of a sudden it's like they want you to feel the same way. Dude, approaching people, even if they are xenophobic and racist, approaching them with that kind of animosity will only make things worse, guys. We need to open up the dialogue in our country. Man, Lieutenant Chris Olivares, told News Nations that the child was part of a larger group of 60 unaccompanied minors encountered in Eagle Pass, ranging from 2 to 17 years old. The toddler carried a single piece of paper with a phone number and a name, claiming her parents were already in the United States. Really? Really? I have a hard time trusting any of this, bro. We don't know who this little girl is going to end up with, or who that person behind that phone number is, bro. An August Department of Homeland Security report revealed that more than 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to attend immigration hearings between 2019 and 2023, with another nearly 300,000 never receiving a court date. Bro, that sends chills down my spine, dog. These are some of the most innocent of us. They haven't even had the chance to do some of the things that we've done to deserve the karma that we get in our lives, man. Come on, bro. Like, yo, we gotta do something, man. Yelling at people about xenophobia and shutting down the conversation is not empathy. You are not being empathetic when you do that. Okay? Like, dude. So, man, moving on before I lose it, dog. This one I wanted to end on a positive note, man, because I kind of find this is funny, okay? I find this funny for a lot of different reasons, all right? This is from The Hill. President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will attend President-elect Trump's inauguration in January, the White House said. The president promised that he would attend the inauguration of whomever won the presidency. I am inferring. I like to do speed reader because everything's like visually nicer when we're, doing this visual format here. But let's see. The president, we already said that. Let's see. President and First Lady Joe Biden will attend President-elect Trump's inauguration in January, the White House said. The president promised that he would attend the inauguration of whoever won the election. He and the First Lady are going to honor that promise and attend the inauguration. The White House Senior Deputy Press Secretary said Secretary Andrew Bates told reporters on Monday. Trump did not attend Biden's January 2021 inauguration, and he left the White House that day under a cloud of controversy after losing the 2020 race amid scrutiny over his actions surrounding the riot at the U.S. Capitol earlier that month. I'm glad they called it a riot, because that's exactly what it was, like all of the leftist riots. And to try to frame it as some sort of insurrection when nobody got charged with insurrection is literally a lie. Okay? So, let's see. Anyway, so I think this is hilarious because, okay, did y'all see that speech, the congratulatory speech Biden gave to Trump? Did y'all see that in the thing he did when he was walking away? Dog, yo, and did y'all see Jill Biden when she went to go vote and she was wearing red? Yo, come on. Dude, hilarious, dog. I really think, and then all the tensions between Biden and Harris during the campaign trail, and Harris would be saying one thing, Biden would say the other, like, dude, cracks me up, bro. It cracks me up. I wonder if Kamala Harris, she might not be there. You know what I mean? And that would honestly be fair because Trump wasn't there for Biden. Trump lost to Biden. Kamala lost to Trump. So, but I just think it's hilarious. Not only did Jill Biden wear red when she went to vote and cheese at the camera, not only did Joe look so happy when he was giving that congratulations speech, and he did that little jig and the dance and the pointing when he was walking away. It cracks me up, dude. Oh man, dude. So he's gonna be there at the inauguration for Trump. So I think it's hilarious, dude. I'm for it. Why not, dude? I love post-coup Biden way more than pre-coup Biden, dude. Like, oh man. Oh, it's so funny. But anyway, little bonus video today, guys. A couple of things, a couple reactions to just some of the stuff I saw in the news. Man, you love to see it. At the end there, and just the articles before, man, just a couple of things to help us understand why I have the worldview that I have. If you guys want to learn more about my worldview, solutions that I think are important to societal development and growth and positivity moving forward, please check out itschromo.com. If you guys want some clothing that can inspire critical thought in the people around you, please check out itschromoshop.com. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.